Okay, so I am up today and I'm doing my walking. I live in a basement apartment, so sometimes I don't realize that the sun is shining and it's shining. And for me, vitamin D, the sunshine, it really gives me that boost, that nature's medicine that I need. So I walk. If you know me, you've been around me, you've been to my house, you've been at Gastamar, you know that I'm going to walk. Adrian is a walker. I love to walk. And when I walk, I talk, and I guess the religion would say that I'm being spoken to by God or the higher power, whatever it is, whatever. But listen, I was having a thoughts about elders. Lean in, come here. If you are between the ages of 35 and older, you are either in training to be an OG, an elder, or you are an elder, depending on your situation. But there has been this misconception that elders, how can I say this? In my neck of the woods growing up, elders were not the nicest. They were not the kindest. They were, do what I say, go sit down somewhere if I slap you in your face. You know, just all that violent speech and fear. There was a lot of fear instilled into us. And my question was always, why are you talking to me like that? I was known as a talker. I was known as somebody, as a child, very inquisitive, very, I'm about to say something, but I also was not stupid. I was wise. I was the one who was in the grass, playing with the grass and talking to the sun, the sunshine. While my sister, she was a hustler. That's my girl. That's my girl, because she understood what an elder can do for you too. But as a young woman in my 40s, 43 to be exact, it is, I wouldn't say difficult, but it's not a lot of OGs out and about that I'm around that are, I'm gonna just leave that alone, okay? I'll just leave that alone because I can't say it right. But we need the help of the OGs. We need the help of the elders. And elders, older people, let me explain something to you and remind you of something. The respect is just not something that you automatically obtain because of an age. When you say, I am respected, I am respectful, that is your own. You own that. You own those sayings. Those are your words. So when you step into a room, I am is still with you, and I am is respected, right? So why are you demanding respect from people? Why are you putting people down? Because these kids these days, and I always slap back with these adults these days. And just like these kids these days don't feel like they're worthy, I see a lot of elders, I see a lot of older people who don't feel like they're worthy. Why? My message to you would be to don't give up. I prayed, I asked, and I was speaking words of, I just need somebody to come into my children's life and speak a good word to them. Because as a single mom, I was feeling like, oh my God, nothing is getting through. It was just, I get rough. And I was in a little despair because I'm doing this on my own. And I don't want no sympathy. Remember that, no sympathy. It's just a statement. But this woman yesterday, her name was Terry. She was just talking to us because, I was out meeting celebrities yesterday. I was on a mission. I set an intention, and I said, I am going to walk up and down Stody Island, and I am going to meet some celebrities. I met one. I saw the orange-haired guy. He got a late-night show, conning, something like that. But yes, he's looking me dead in my eye, and I was waving to him. He was just on a golf cart, but I guarantee you, I would have conversated with him. So my intentions were there. And lo and behold, Terry walked up. Well, she was the guard at the gate because she was like, ma'am, you can't go back there. And I was like, why? Just being on my who I am type of stuff. And we sat there and spoke to that lady for so long, and I just looked at the heart and felt the emotions of my daughter as she sat there and she listened to that woman as she watched us engage with one another, as she watched me give her respect as she was speaking to me. She was funny too. She was very funny. But she started speaking into my daughter's life. Those very words that I asked for, it was sent to me. She told my daughter exactly what I wanted to communicate to her. But as a mom, sometimes we just feel like we're too close and our children aren't listening. Just like we need confirmation, they needed confirmation. So she started just spilling her heart out, saying some beautiful words about me and towards me. And I was very grateful for that. So what I'm trying to say to you elders and to you older people and to you upcoming OGs, we gotta watch our words. Our words spell. Don't get spooky. They just spell out what you're about to see. I created that moment. I asked for that moment, for that woman to come into my life and help me raise these children. Help me to instill these values and these things that I'm trying to put in these children. And it happened. So you, as an elder, as an OG, don't you forget about your worth. Don't you forget about your worth. If you have to apologize to yourself first, always apologize to yourself and give grace to yourself so that you can give it, so your cup will run over. But stay up. Stay up. And to you fathers who are down and not feeling your role and not understanding what your role is to your child, to your child, and not the mother of your child, I don't care if you're married or not. Stay up. Stay up. Go back and learn. Dogs be chilling. What's up? But go back and study your role. Study your role. Study your role, because our children, my children, I know, they need their father. They need their dad. Not, I'm gonna stay out of that space too, because that's a whole nother video. That's a whole nother topic. But elders, know who you are. Woman, do you know who you are? Are you trying to be made whole outside of yourself? That's never going to happen. That's never going to happen. It's the internal change. Look at me representing the Knicks. Got on my Knicks colors. I just need the orange. But it's an internal change. And until and when and as we, because you got to speak those things that are not as if they are so. As we are developing, we still walking, we still learning, we still growing. I'm 43. They kept reminding me that yesterday that I'm 43. And I'm like, okay. But I jumped that rope though. But I'm 43. And I have little children looking up to me. I have my daughter. I realized I'm 30 years older than her. 29, but you gotta get that little extra spin. I'm 29 years older than her. I am her OG. I am the one she's looking up to. I am the one that she's getting guidance and counsel from. I am the mother. I am her mother. I'm also that person that she comes to cry to. They come to cry to. They vent to me. They girls. They my girls. And what would it profit me to put words upon them that won't do them anything in their life but cause them rage, guilt, shame, disgust? Who am I? I don't have that right. That's not what I created my world. So yeah, it's kind of hard having, no, I won't say that, but it is different having a gift to speak. I am an encourager. I am a leader. I have two main traits in my personality, because my soul is my soul. What you see when you experience with me is soul, and I give love from my soul, and I give observation. I'm very observant, like we all are. I ain't this special person, but my gifts make room for me. And if I don't treasure the gift that I have on the inside, it comes up as vanity. Vanity, vanity. Just words spoken with no purpose, no guidance, spelling things out for a person's life. You know what gossip is? It's slander. It's slander. It's witchcraft, in a sense, that crazy witchcraft. You spelling out somebody's life in a mean, derogatory, malicious, ill-intended way. You don't have that right. And being me, Adrian, who I've always been, the outspoken one, the bold one, but you ain't never check my record. Check my record. It's not that. It's not a smart aleck. It's not a, I'm about to fight with you, go back and forth with you, and name call you. I don't do that. I walk away. But spelling out words as an elder and talking and saying things, have to be careful. Because I am witnessing in micro doses, small things, small miracles. Well, can a miracle be small? No. Well, I'm just trying to dramatize the scene here. But listen, here we are. I'm seeing miracles coming to pass, things that I have created. Just off my words. My words have power. And if you have said something that you did not want to say, forgive yourself. You are in covenants, you are in relationships, you are in situations that you don't want to be in, leave. Your words have power. You may have said, I agree to this in the beginning, but then you started to see how, oh goodness, boss man, boss lady words, they ain't lining up with what I created. Girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, wife, uncles, like, or whatever relationship you're in. If the words not lining up and they spelling out something that you didn't create in your, because this is your soul, this is my soul. My personality is what you see. I laugh, I dance, I'm just me. But my soul is my soul. And nobody can take my soul away from me. Nobody can make me do anything. I have a choice. And today I choose to speak to the elders. Stay up, y'all. Stay up. That woman didn't understand, and she probably did, I don't know. But I didn't understand this morning until I started walking and so I started meditating. I got to find me some grass. Because listen, some of us have been through some rough things in our life, and we didn't realize that we've been meditating. We've been connected to the earth. We've been touching trees, climbing the tree in South Bend, Indiana. That's what I did every day. And I would try to make it to the top of the tree just to jump down. The country girl. But we gonna be good, y'all. We gonna be good. It is well. It is well with my soul. Everything else don't really matter. It ain't no spiritual awakening. It ain't no creepiness and everybody on this as it's supposed to be, because there's nothing new under the sun. But people are awakening to the energy, to the earth's power. And the most powerful thing on this earth is your words. Are your words. What you say about yourself. How do you show up? How do you pour into your cup? Before you poured that cup of coffee this morning, what did you say to yourself that was kind, benevolent, loving, gracious, honorable, respectful? What did you say to yourself? Breath of life and death, the power of the tongue. When I was in church, it was a verse that it'll never leave me, but it said, he gave you the choice to choose life or death, blessing or cursing. And then the answer was given. It's like, thank you. It said, choose life. Choose life. So that's what I'm doing today on this Juneteenth day. I'm about to get out in these streets and have some fun. And trust is love. Love is trust. I'm on a trust wave. And being on that trust wave in this earth, on this 3D level, isn't always easy. It's not always an easy thing to do. But as I am evolving, let me lay that alone too. But as I'm evolving, I'm starting to see that the material stuff, the things of the world, don't really give you the gain that your internal soul needs. So, there's that. Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable. All right, y'all, stay up. Stay up. Peace and blessings. They manifest because I'm learning lessons. so very grateful.